Hi, I'm here with Will Dobson. And Will, thank you again for your time.
Thank you.
Come here. Will plays, what was your name of your character?
I play Alon, the city magistrate.
Alon.
Alon.
Yeah.
How fancy.
So part of playing your part in my film is knowing the name of your character. So Will, so when I first came to you, I said, okay, I have this film. Would you like to be a part of it? What did you think?
I was like, how am I so lucky to know Ruben from 15 years?
Everyone says that too.
Yes, I know, right? No, I was super excited. You had given me an opportunity previously on a little spot called Fiddling On. And so I was really excited that you gave me another opportunity to come back. And I was trying for a minor part. And after our reading, I got pulled up into a better part, a more exciting part, something with some depth. I was really excited to be a part of that.
Yeah, and when you see him play this role, you're not going to like him very much, which is good because he's a nice guy. Who could not like him? But just the cinematography that we did, it was just amazing. Did you do any research into your role?
I actually did. I researched a lot about what would a city magistrate's background be. I eventually came up with a plan that he was a seventh son of a noble family who just really wanted to get out of the house, and so he spent a little time in the military and moved on into organizing a city, planning and commerce and soldiering. And so yes, he had a little bit of an aristocratic feel to him.
And you're also military, so did you bring that role in? Because I can tell there's a bit of that within your character.
Especially with the clipped tone and the speaking to people with an authority. Yes, I think that I brought some military bearing to the situation.
And there's also a scene, in your scene, you're actually looking down on a bunch of people. Do you tend to look down because you're so tall?
I'm like 6'2", so I have a very small wife, so it's a lot of looking down at things, but usually cowering. But that night was so cold, I really did feel like it would have been nicer to be down near the torches. It was a very cold night. As you'll see in the show, I believe there's snot flying out of my nose.
We actually brought that in through the magic of film. We actually showed the snot even more.
Slow motion.
Yes. That's part of the special effects that you'll see only on Paul the Last Apostle. So it was pretty cold. Were there any other challenges that you had to go through?
It was a little bit of a delay. Because it was so late, our hair and makeup person had to leave, and I had hair gel on. So trying to get my hair to look more Roman instead of surprised was a little bit of a challenge. So, I kind of played it off as like my character just woke up, middle of the night. He's quite irritated. He's thrown his jacket on at the last minute. And so I said, go with it. Let the hair be what it is at 3 a.m.
Another challenge that we had doing special effects was having torches on set. These torches go to about like 8 seconds each. Any challenges there with the torches?
Yes, running up and down the stairs. Our fire folks were coming up and down, lighting it, running downstairs, lighting the ones down below, and one would blow out, and they'd run up, and the wind was blowing, and it was so cold. It was quite a challenge, yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
It's interesting, since we did Paul, I've had a lot of people ask about you, for different character roles, for different things. Yes, and it's exciting. It's kind of cool to see how you just went from little bit parts to actually a big part to now like people are asking about having you in their parts.
Well, that's exciting, and a lot of that's due to you, your confidence in me. I appreciate that so much. It's been a blessing.
And again, I appreciate that, but it was actually you bringing that to the role as well, which for me. You'll see a lot of the different actors here, they actually did to the perfection that they can. So did you know anything about this specific part that you played as far as the scene with Jason? Were you familiar with that at all?
I wasn't familiar with it aside from the script that I had read. However, I did know that, Saul's original mission in his life, he's a very educated man, very smart, well-spoken, well-written, well-financed, and he knew how to get around. And seeing him on the other side of that coin was such an exciting part of the story, because we're looking kind of deep into what the struggle really was, not just for a man who's lost his ideology of where he wanted to go and what his mission was, but now he's actually seeking out the opposite. He's fighting for the other side now. What a big flip for that guy.
Well, and interestingly enough, there are actually several bad guys in this film. Alon was one of the bad guys, if you will, kind of a bad guy. How did that make you feel playing the antagonist?
I felt it would, you know, I kind of own it, you know, that's fine. But I thought it would help, you know, using my voice and using some of my military bearing to be someone. And I didn't, and my character doesn't think he's a bad guy. He's trying to run the city as the best he can for the people he's supposed to do it for. And it's not his fault there are terrorists running around causing trouble, waking him up in the middle of the night.
So, do you like to be woke up in the middle of the night?
Oh,
Do you see Alon as a part of you, or are you a part of Alon?
That's a great question, and you actually coached me on it during our first times practicing it. And you said, just think, what would it feel like to be woke up? And I have 4 teenagers at home during the time, and I was like, I know this character, I know him so well. Except, you know, I'm way up on the roof. I can't exactly beat people, but there's still options. There's still options. Maybe
no people are beat in this film.
Lashings.
Well, do you have anything else other than? Okay, I have another question. Of course, this is the most important question. Other than me, who is your favorite person on set?
I would say, you know, my little brother Tim was kind of up there a little bit. We got to bring him in. He got some speaking role in there, not necessarily scripted, but he got to participate. But having my wife on set and having her look at what was going on, she had really been hesitant to jump in. She's like, you and Ruben just go out and do your thing. That's fine. But once she got on set, she kind of sat quietly for the first couple of days. And then she started really, like, her eyes started wandering and looking like how the sausage is made here. And then she started working a little bit as a PA with us, and she's kind of branched out and done a little bit with other productions now. And I'm excited to bring her back in and encourage her to continue on, because she's got a special skill, and that special skill is probably fixing things. So, you know, obviously she's fixed me very well, as you can tell.
A little known secret just between you and I, Alon was actually supposed to be a female, and Erin, his wife, was going to play it, but we stuck with the lesser Dobson. So.
Yeah, it's the shorter one. It's the better choice.
She's more staunch, what she does.
Oh, yes, she's very militaristic, for sure.
Is there anything you'd like to say? Any last words? Or
it was a blessing. I hoped that the time I get to spend in these productions would be impactful. You know, really, I'm not here for fame or glory or to go up to the next level. I'm just hoping that I leave behind some legacy that can be looked at by my prodigy, my family, my children, my grandchildren, and say, you know, look, there was Granddad there, and he made a difference, and he brought Jesus into other people's lives, even though he was the bad guy. And you know, I assume that some people are going to hate the character because he's such a bad guy. But we'll see. Maybe I'll smooth it up in the director's cut.
No. Will, thanks for your time.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Huh?
Love you, man.